All right, I'm Conrad Fargo. This is Fargo Five. We're jumping right into Fargo Famous. Hello, Sue.
Hi, Conrad. How's it going?
Fantastic. So you are famous. You have the UFFDA Academy.
Well, I don't know if that makes us famous or just really, really excited about naming something that sounds so fun. We've literally had people walk by and just be like, what is this? Because it's named something that is both an expression and something that's just like a little bit local, a little bit fun. And that's what we hope to be.
Now, you were telling me that you're actually a transplant. You're not from Fargo, North Dakota. Are you from the Midwest?
I'm originally from Bismarck, but I trained in all the things that I do. I trained as an intern out in Texas. I lived in Seattle for a while to do coffee.
Oh, wow.
And then I went to school in Colorado at the University of...
So you were born in Bismarck and were there until you graduated.
Yeah.
And you studied Japanese, you were telling me.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a while.
Out in Bismarck then? Or?
No, it was in Colorado. So I went to their linguistics program, and I didn't go to school for art, even though graphic design and marketing is what I do for a day job. I got accepted to the Art Institute at Portland and then decided that I needed sunshine. So I went to Colorado.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, and longtime listeners will know that I speak Japanese. My wife is Japanese. Cool. And then we do the Soran dancing, which, have you heard of that at all?
I haven't.
So we actually have that. It's coming up this weekend. This isn't the Fargo Fun segment, and I wasn't planning on bringing this up.
Dude, no,
but,
that's awesome.
It's free and open to the public. That's at the Fargo YMCA.
Thank you for telling me.
So you should. Do you like doing Zumba?
It's not.
You're gonna like doing it.
It's not my favorite, but I really love any sort of dance. So.
Have you ever done yoga?
I love yoga.
Okay, so it's kind of like in between Zumba and yoga, where you're doing the same dance over and over and over again.
Sure.
How Japanese does that sound, right? Until you get it perfect.
Okay, so. That's very, very, very practical way to get things perfect, right?
Because we're interviewing about me now, but no. The only reason I brought that up was because that Soran is actually Hokkaido, which is the northern part of Japan. Yeah. That's their dialect version, and it means UFFDA.
Oh, no way.
So Soran, we got Soran dancing, you've got UFFDA Academy. So
love that.
There's some overlap. And since you studied Japanese, you got put that in my head. So
I know we were talking about Venn diagrams earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that needs to be a Venn diagram. UFFDA and Soran.
Yeah. Hey. Yes, that would be.
It's pretty cool.
We're going to have to chat after the show and try to figure out. There's some overlap.
There's going to be a graphic that's
when you were coming in here, I didn't know that you had that Japanese. So you have like a whole degree in Japanese.
No, I have a degree in linguistics, which is kind of the study behind like the makeup or the back end. And so if you've ever seen My Fair Lady growing up, that is an example of how you can change somebody's perception of a personality, of anything about their whole being by the way that they speak. Okay. That would be called sociolinguistics.
So you got a degree in sociolinguistics?
Just linguistics.
Just linguistics. And then you came to Fargo?
Yep.
When did you do that?
Well, I went for a while to Grand Forks, which lovely city, by the way. Stayed there for 5 years, met my husband, and then we moved to Fargo about 7 years ago.
The big city.
The big city.
Where did you live in Colorado?
Boulder.
Okay, so Boulder's much bigger. Well, Boulder's much bigger than Fargo, right?
Fargo
or does it have a similar strange?
Are fairly similar in size, actually.
Really? Okay.
So, for instance, it's one of those cities that has a protected green space, so you can't build above the tree line, and you can't build out into the protected green spaces. So the surrounding cities keep getting like more population.
But because you can't go
up.
You
can't build up or out.
That's so funny. It seems that so many other places try to almost copy what we have in Fargo legislatively, we just have it. Whereas we just have it, you can't go up, and it's not because of legislation. It's just the natural setting of the dirt. You can't build. If you were to build too tall, it would fall.
Actually, I had no idea. I'm not a builder, and I'm not in realty, so I just didn't know that.
And so then you started the UFFDA Academy. When did this happen?
So this happened. It started last year, and the reason why I'm so excited is we're launching like a side project that's going to be powered by UFFDA Academy, and it starts October 13th.
Oh, yes.
And this is called the Impossible Task Squad.
That's really exciting.
really excited about it because
that's going to be our whole next segment, which is the Fargo
got
Fun
started
segment.
Because of the impossible task.
Okay.
So I don't know, are you a Reddit user at all?
My wife is big into Reddit.
Okay.
I'm more of a Twitter guy.
I'm not really either, but my husband is.
Oh.
And so he also is a part of like a lot of Fargo forum chats and et cetera, et cetera. But one thing that really stood out to me in Reddit is their ADHD community, and I study a lot about how to work with people with ADHD.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that they talk about is an impossible task. And I was like, what is this? Like, I'm a type A, like, make the checklist, get things done. Even though I am super creative, I like to plan and organize to the point where people are like, really?
Yeah. Very type A.
Yes, but an impossible task is something that keeps you from doing either something creative or something just super normal in your life. You're like, well, I can't go running because I need to take a shower. And so like 5 days later, people with ADHD still haven't gone running or still haven't XYZ
because they haven't taken a shower. Yeah, sure.
And it becomes like overblown inside their head of like, I can't do this one thing. Well, I like to describe it as for like people that don't deal with ADHD as writer's block, but for your whole life.
Yeah.
Because it just like, everyone kind of understands writer's block.
Yeah.
But my friend Tammy, who is now the co-founder of UFFDA, she had an impossible task, which was a client, and I had an impossible task, which was also a client. And I said, I have tried everything that I can with my 20 years of experience, and I can't seem to communicate with this one person. And she's like, I have a person like that too. And I'm like, this is my impossible task. She's like, why don't we trade? And I was like, you can trade?
So you traded clients and what? And then we got to get to the music
clients.
break.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We traded, she became my executive assistant and I became her executive assistant, and we communicated for the other person.
To work on it to each other. So this upcoming event, the Impossible Task Force, that is related
so we started UFFDA Academy because we liked working together so much, and we're like, let's do this. Let's do something together. And then also the Impossible Task Squad came about because we're like, let's help other people find support with their impossible task, whether it's, body doubling where somebody's just sitting with you while you do your task, or whether it's trading, or whether it's just getting the tips of, hey, you can do this. You're not alone.
Well, that's very exciting. We are going to hear more about the event, the Impossible Task Force event, coming up here. But first, Dead Mouse featuring Cascade with I Remember. We'll be back right after that. Don't go nowhere.